Okay, how are we doing tonight, everybody? Good? Good. Okay, I'm here to introduce myself. I'm part Polish. I've never been to Poland, but I can imagine if one of them sneaky Russian polar bears got across our borders, we'd have to train the son of a gun and remove him from our property. You know how much one of them things weighs? Enough to break the ice. Hi, my name's Joe. I'm going to be telling you a few stories about the virtual world that I've been getting into for social activity thanks to the virus. I'm going to be talking a little bit about myself and some of the actions I do that I think are funny, and here we go. Alright, so I walk into a Bigsby Coffee and I ask them what kind of teas they have, and the young woman displays the boxes of teas and shows all the flavors. I'm looking at them all, and at the time I had just lost my job as a finance cashier, and I said to her, all these decisions, and I just lost my job. I'm still crunching numbers in my head. It's like a weapon of math destruction. When I was younger, my dad, before he passed away from a homicide in 1990, he's also a Vietnam veteran. He used to shave my head and then give me painful noogies. And while doing so, he would say, "Fuzzy Wuzzy, what's up there? Fuzzy Wuzzy, had no hair." And then send me on my way after I screamed in enough pain and would say, "I'm glad I shaved your head, you little dipshit." And then, so, when I got older, I would use that name for people who I was trying to contact and let them know that it was serious. I'd say, if I try to contact you and I use the name Fuzzy Wuzzy, just know that it's a serious call. And if I use the name dipshit, drop everything.
Where? He ain't here.
A rod, a reel, fishing line, a sinker, a dollar bill, and a strip club. I was at the 702 bar there. They play loud music, so loud that one has to walk up and yell into somebody's ear just to communicate with them. I approach this woman and I say to her, "Let's play pros and cons. You say a pro about the place, and I'll say a con about it." She yells into my ear. She says, "This place plays pretty good music." I yell into her ear, "It's not a good environment for intelligent conversation." Then I invite her out for a smoke. And then she says into my ear, "I have a yeast infection." So I say into her ear, "Well, bake me a fucking loaf of bread." I ran into somebody, and we do want to be intimate if fate will allow it. She lives far away from me. But we've talked about getting together and possibly having a child together.
Today!
It would be my fourth child and her fifth. I don't drink, so I think it's good that I'm getting a fourth, and she can handle her liquor, so I'm glad she's getting a fifth. And the child's name is going to be Jack if it's a boy, and then JACQ for short for Jacqueline if it's a girl. The middle name will always be Daniels.
Yay! Finally!
Back when I was younger, I got really sick and I had diarrhea to the point of almost going in number 2 in my pants. And as a kid, I thought to myself, I'm a kid, I shouldn't have these problems. And then I concocted an idea to fix the problem. I went to my mother and I said, "Mom, can I have some Viagra?" And she said, "Why on earth do you think you need that?" And I said to her, "I heard you talking shit about Dad in front of your friends. You said that's what he takes when his shit won't get hard." I had a young man on this digital world that I get into for social activity since the virus. He made a joke about me needing Viagra to do the deed. And I don't know, I took it off in stride. I prefer Cialis for my stool hardeners. All right, I was once asked, give 3 names for the human butt. I I said ass, poop chute, and seating utensil. Enjoy your seating utensils. Back in 2015, I was on federal probation, set up for failure. 3 months in, I decided to say, screw it. Go have a little medicine and a little fun. Then drug test day came. I went to get something to eat before I took my test. I went to get a cream cheese bagel. They said, what kind of bagel? I said, well, I have a rather extensive drug test coming up. Better make it an everything bagel. I eat my food. I go do my test. And my PO's looking at my paperwork. He said, you got marijuana in your system. I said, I ate a lemon poppy seed muffin. Oh, okay. Well, what about the crack, heroin, and cocaine? It was an everything bagel. Oh, okay. And what about the meth? Adderall. All right, here's the final stretch of the show. I don't know how long I've been going, but here it is. There was a misunderstanding between two soldiers during World War II. Battle lines were drawn. One of the lines was a river. On one side of the river, a German who only speaks German. On the other side, an American who only speaks English when it comes to soldiers. They're patrolling their areas. And while walking in the same direction on opposite sides, the American decides to use hand signals to communicate with the German, find out what he did before he's in the position he's in now. So the American says, hey German. German looks at him and he says, were you a paratrooper? And he goes like this, like a parachute falling out of the sky. German looks at him, keeps on walking. A little time passes. The American says, hey German. German looks at him. He says, were you in the Navy? He does swimming motions like this. German looks at him and keeps on walking. Little time passes. The American says, hey German. German looks at him. He says, were you in artillery? And he acts like a mortar getting shot off. German looks at him, keeps on walking. A little more time passes. The American says, hey German. German looks at him. He says, were you a sniper? And he does the binocular vision that the sniper's partner has who confirms the kill. The German soldier saw all that, walked off, went to his command post with his commanding officer there. They're speaking German, mind you. And under threat of court-martial, the soldier is asked, why aren't you out there patrolling your area? And the soldier responded in German saying, there's this crazy American on the other side of the river. It says that when the sun falls, he's going to swim across it and fuck me in my ass till my eyes pop out. All right, that's all I got for tonight. I do have some other raunchy jokes, but there's not enough people here to test the material. Thank you for the applause. Thank you for the laughter. It helps me to live.